Amana was on the itinerary for the 2008 road trip, as it has been in times past. It's marginal in the counting of utopias because of the strong religious element, but it was so extensive and successful. These 7 communities in the heartland of Iowa, the rolling hills with plentiful water and lakes. And it's managed to keep going and preserve its own past in the course of doing it. There's quite a business model underlying it. Here are some of the rolling hills. That one's a bit blurred, it's not your eyes. It's altogether a lovely part of the world to be in. It's the place where that C word, communism, was probably last practiced in the United States. Wow, that one is blurry. That is definitely an eye test. Communism existed in Amana until the Great Divide. I think that's what they call it in 1932, when the Depression kind of killed it off, and they had to become a joint stock company on Monday so the assets could be sold on Tuesday, so that they could get some cash. But it survived, and here's the DVD, which now exists. I'd seen that projected a few times in Amana and asked about it repeatedly. And finally here it is available on DVD, and there's also now available this driving tour CD. So I did the driving tour while I was there as well this time. Both new experiences for me. And the Amana gift card. There is quite a business model underlying Amana, and I'll say a bit more about that now. It has preserved its past by making tourists like us pay for it, basically. The old community is a small set of buildings, and there are 8 or 10 restaurants, which were originally the communal dining halls, because under the rule of communism there were no kitchens or bathrooms at home. And so it's really set up for the tourists, and all the knickknacks and stuff you could want, plus Amana wine, which I tried once and tried to learn from that experience, not to try it again in the interests of science. Amana also has another product line, and I'll come to that in a minute. And it always amuses me when the journalists go to Iowa for the caucuses in January and February and stand around in feedlots talking about this rural state and so on and so forth. And most of them don't seem to realize that Amana itself is a giant corporation, employs thousands of people, and it's just over the hilltop. And what it does is produce these kinds of things. That's an air conditioning unit I found in my hotel room in San Francisco, well, in San Bruno. And a refrigerator, that's an Amana product from rural Iowa. It's a huge corporation, and its products are available everywhere, and they're available here in Australia as well. And that's it for this little tale from Amana.